Scott, I think this one has us pretty well worried. I think we're worried right from the get-go when we saw this. Rocksteady lists NDA on Suicide Squad closed alpha. What is happening? Mike Straw, Insider Gaming once again. More opinions on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League are set to come out sooner rather than later. After requests for more information on the game, Warner Brothers Games and Rocksteady have lifted parts of the NDAs players were made to sign in order to participate in the Suicide Squad closed alpha back in November. Quote, now that there are more news out on the game and players are asking, we're no longer enforcing a portion of the NDA and we're allowing players to talk about their experience from the closed alpha test. End quote. The statement reads, quote, we've heard the community requests and want to give players an opportunity to discuss what it's like to explore Metropolis as Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark. To the amazing players who tested the game, please feel free to talk and write about your gameplay experience. End quote. Despite players being able to talk about what they played and their experience, it was made clear that videos or images from the closed alpha were still not allowed. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League launches on February 2nd for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Steam via PC. Scott, I haven't heard anything good about this game.
No, that's the most troubling thing, is that I think this kind of indicates something. We've seen nothing but negativity come out of these closed tests, and I think that's, from what I can tell, having not been in the closed test, it seems to be pretty fair judgment. And I can say that actually confidently, having seen some of the screenshot of the user interface that you see just absolutely bombarding your eyes in what is quite possibly the worst user interface I've ever seen. Passing judgment at a distance here. Yeah. I do want to keep an open mind, an open opinion about this until I get a chance to see it myself, because that's only fair. But I don't think Rocksteady wants us to see this game. I don't think anybody wants us to see this game. And this feels like a redfall to me. And this is kind of an indication of that. This is the company, Warner Brothers, everybody just going, you know what? Fine. You can see it. You can talk about it. Just let the bad news out. And it feels like another kind of attempt to not self-sabotage, but they're not proud of their work. That's what I'm getting out of this.
It feels very unfortunate because you come off of some of the best Batman games around. And this is what you fall into, which is just not what anybody expected. And I wonder if Rocksteady was able to do something else other than a DC game, if we'd be in a different conversation. But here we are. We're talking about Suicide Squad, which, dude, I thought the movie sucked. I had when they announced this is what they're working on, I was disappointed, unfortunately, right? Like, I was hoping for something more, something else, something not DC related. If they would have gave us another Batman game, I probably would have been more excited. But, like you say, before I get hands-on with the game, we will keep an open mind over here, get our hands on it, and then go from there. But at the same time, from all the feedback that's been coming out, like, we even saw IGN posted, we played Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and did not like it. That was their tagline, dude.
That's a headline. That's just open conversation about... No, I'm worried that this thing is going to get absolutely picked apart, raked over the coals. And
I think it will.
Some of that is going to be constructive, and as long as it remains constructive, that's a good thing. Because I want investors, I want developers, I want producers to take note that maybe DC is the past. Maybe superhero games were beyond that now. It was the last generation.
I don't think
whenever all those Batman games came out in the 360 era, that might have been it.
Right? Insomniac
is one thing.
Is lined up for we're lined up until 2030. So there's that conversation. I think it's just DC doesn't have, I want to say, the fan base that Marvel does, right? They're obviously two different IPs, and I've never really connected. I've always been a Marvel guy, just through and through.
A Spider-Man just loved around the world, and I think he's just got the top.
That, and then we're going to get Wolverine. Man, the excitement behind Wolverine, woo! And you know what we've seen of Wolverine? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But yet, I can't be more hyped for it coming off of Spider-Man. And then when you play Batman games, I'm like, nice, man, these Batman games are fantastic. Rocksteady is a top tier developer. So when they're coming out with, like, we're going to reveal our next game, I'm like, oh man, let's go. Suicide Squad. Like the wind, dude, the wind. I think the wind blew so hard, it just toppled my sail into the ocean and sunk my ship because I was like, I don't want to be a part of this.
Oh man, I'm wondering if there's ever been any good property related to Suicide Squad. I'll say it. I don't like the movies.
No, the movies are horrible. All of them are horrible movies.
Objectively bad.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm surprised with the feedback that they get from that they are making this game to start with. It's a co-op experience, which has me excited then, so we can jump in and hopefully have a good time. But
and
again, right?
Salvage something. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. But if you come off of Gotham Knights, dude, that's a bad game too. And that's off of the Batman IP, right? Like, it's just, I don't know. Very terrified of this. And now they're coming back going, hey, now you can talk about this NDA from the alpha, but you can't share footage, you can't share pictures, you can't do anything, but you can talk about it. It's not a good sign.
It's preserving the curiosity bias, so you have to buy it to see just how broken it is. That's the day before lesson.
Oh, that is bad. And the day before is now gone. Yikes. We'll see what happens to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but we're going to find out soon because it's only a month away. Not even, less than a month now, Scott.